if all stems from another shutdown of the U.S. government provoked by
Oh yeah,
Senator
we're in like
Chuck
the
Schumer and
5th or
House
6th.
Minority
We're
Leader
probably going into a
Hakeem
6th day
Jeffries,
of
who decided it would be
government
a
shutdown, to be
great
honest.
idea to go to the wall
We might have
over the
another
issue
month-long
of,
shutdown.
yes, I
Maybe
couldn't
more.
believe this either. Giving free taxpayer-funded healthcare to illegal migrants.
Correct, especially with the that's the main thing, Democrats. They basically want to give away more free money to illegals,
all the time.
or to basically
they
want to give more money to people who don't deserve it, basically.
Fired up, posting this AI-generated video of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, which was
the sombrero.
a little bizarre, but well.
What's wrong with the sombrero? Sombrero is very good.
Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us.
Democrats who have shown such a great sense of
called
humor
out.
to make the words German Comedy Festival sound like a barrel of laughs, they of course cried racism. Here was CNN.
But the flip side of that is that the racism, the sort of privilege that comes with mocking an entire group of people, right? Putting a sombrero on somebody, which traditionally has sometimes been used as a stereotype for Latinos. If you do that, it also reveals the privilege that you are sort of sitting in as you do that.
And Hakeem Jeffries himself had a big old whinge about the meme being racist, and he went on TV to talk about it. But guess what? The Trump team did.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
Oh, jeez.
Too funny, but when
it's
it
still
comes to
funny.
racism and bigotry, well, I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe Hakeem Jeffries ought to look closer to home, because in the 1990s, he famously defended his own racist and anti-Semitic uncle, City College professor Leonard Jeffries, as well as Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. No bueno, as Trump might say. Anyway, while the controversy played out with the Trump meme team, J.D. Vance had this to say: "Come to the bargaining table, Democrats, and the sombrero memes will be no mas."
You've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations.
Holy shit, prismatics.
You know, what message does that
67.99. What? 66.99. Sorry, 66.99.
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even, you know, poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about that.
The sombrero memes will stop. Now, on the subject of humor, though, it's interesting to note that J.D. Vance has a much better sense of humor than the Democrats, because when people started making those weird inflated face memes of the vice president, like this one, and they became a sensation on the right as well as the left, Vance himself even leaned into them. But the Democrats, well, they don't have as much of a sense of humor. I love this little story in the comparison because it shows the Trump team doing what I always tell the right to do: be funny, because the left can't do it and they can't handle it. Sure, the government shutdown is serious, but also sitting around and assuming and issuing talking points, which the Democrats are doing and what the Republicans used to do, that's not going to fix it. And in the meantime, the Democrats are looking so utterly lame on this issue that even left-wing woke Comedy Central has noticed.
President Trump has been posting AI videos of Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero. And now, unfortunately, Democrats are hitting back with their own videos.
It's midnight. The Republican shutdown has
honestly, the Democrats need to do a better job with this shit.
Well, of course you can't, because the Republicans
right? They
turned the lights
need a better...
Open
Mr. Speaker.
Right, they need an actual comedian to come in and help them, actually. They're so bad. They're so fucking bad, it's so... Oh. Like, they actually need a comedian to help them with their fucking jokes, because they're so fucking bad.
No Republicans here because
Man.
they all died
Like,
from
and that's
secondhand
me
embarrassment.
being fucking nice to them, right?
Yeah, no, that
Jeez.
is so lame.
I'm-
And there
I'm
you go,
trying
though.
to help.
That's a 2-for-1 truth bomb this week.
But they
One, the
don't
left
help
can't mean,
themselves.
and
They
two,
ruin
The
themselves.
right tends to win when they're having a good time.
Their messaging is bad, their jokes are bad, they just fucking suck at it. God. Fucking bad. This fucking just bad. Alright, what else we got here? A rare win for South Africa. I was thinking about watching this off stream, but let's
Good
watch it now.
news for South Africa, which is a rare thing, but I'm very happy for them there. Particularly the Afrikaners are a very hardy and respectable people, and I've spoken to many of them, and they're always so chipper and cheerful, despite the fact that from the outside you'd think that
you'd think they might be a little upset and
but the wonderful thing is
saddened by their
Julius Malema, one of the
grim
worst
surroundings
politicians
about
in
their
South
country
Africa,
being fucked up all the time.
in the world, has had a little bit of a situation, and for those of you who aren't familiar, let's go through his greatest hit, shall we? Here's a little
Oh,
video of
there's
him.
not. It's this guy.
Sorry about it being grainy.
Kill the boar guy. Is he freaking out again still?
Wait, get off the mouse.
Oh, it's not that easy to put the volume up, see?
Not when
See?
Samson's moving the mouse.
Oh,
it wasn't you.
free over there.
All right, sorry, Samson.
I look
It's
like a pro now.
It's just the technology. I admit. Okay, let's hear that again and actually be able to listen to it. Oh, now I've got to refresh the page.
See, now who's the boomer? See, I actually did relatively well.
Samson, get back on the mouse.
I've never even here.
Right, if it's reset the volume again.
God damn it, Samson.
Condemn murder. More than willing, but not of white people. I'm not going to play in the hands of white supremacists.
So it's like
willing to condemn murder, but not of white people. I'm not. Hey, chill out. I'm not going to go that far. That's incredible.
And he's saying this with lots of microphones around him,
Correct.
not afraid of it.
Yeah, dude, this
And
guy
then
is
here's
like I
another
said.
one.
This guy is like he has a lot of hate for some reason.
That means at some future date, we may call for the slaughter of white people. Is that correct?
Let's deal with that at that future date. I don't know what's going to happen.
So you're saying you are not ruling out that in the future you may very well call for the slaughter of white people.
It may not be me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It could be me, yes, but it may not be me.
It could be
Yes,
me,
so it
but
could
it
be.
may not
You
be.
could.
What the fuck is that?
His main objections were.
I
Let's
don't
cross
like
that bridge when we come
this
to
guy
it.
is
And
crazy.
second one, it might not be me that does it. Neither of those are really the point.
But we're building towards it, folks. Trust me.
Yeah, I was like, what?
And then, if he were a small figure, maybe this would be slightly less concerning. But the problem is,
Yeah, he has a bunch of people.
He has very large rallies, and he has a decent amount of support. And
This is the what were they? The
they're, of
RFF or
course,
some shit?
singing their weird song. This is the extent of their political commentary, that they jump up and down and say "kill people."
Kill the boar normally. Isn't
Which is not a call to violence. I've been assured by.
Well, I mean, it is a
which
dog
absurd,
whistle.
because
I
we know these.
Whether
these
you
murders
want
are
to
going
call
on.
it,
It's
it's
pretty
not
widespread. They're
it's not a
also incredibly
call to
horrific.
violence or not. It's
And
fucking-
there are people just explicitly calling for it. It can't be a rally.
basically trying to say kill cattle.
the Spice Girls.
Right, kill
David
kill
Beckham,
the fucking
because they all
cat.
hung out with Nelson Mandela and legitimized him.
That's
but
true.
He was just. This is just the quiet part out loud of that kind of thinking.
You are right.
Well, the entire West just mainstreamed him, didn't they?
Oh, Nelson
Onto
Mandela.
just
Correct.
To go straight to
Didn't
Spike Jones.
CNN
Well,
like
no, you're-
do
you're
a
right.
do a
And you're
little?
right to call them out singularly. of
Not
course.
enough people in politics are calling out the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
But no, Nelson Mandela was a terrorist, and the ANC
Correct.
very much sympathetic to Malema, as we're going to get to eventually. Here's another rally.
EFF, that's what it was called.
Was Leo there?
It is Leo.
Yeah, you could basically
man in the
say this
entire
is like
state, yeah.
one of Nelson Mandela's like right groups of
They're a bit
people
samey.
he
I don't know why
created.
so many people turn up
in
to
a
these,
sense.
because it's just him on the spot doing this, apparently.
That's his only hit.
Yeah.
It's like just bashing out "Smells Like Teen Spirit" over and
Just,
over.
just all, 1984, isn't it? It's just 2 minutes of hate, but for
Correct.
however long it needs to
Well, I
go
mean, it's a
on.
dog whistle.
So
but
after all of
yes.
that, you
Kill
think,
the
okay, this
boar,
guy,
kill the
contentious
boar. Yeah,
figure
shoot.
in South
Oh,
African
Jesus
politics,
Christ.
perhaps.
This is what they
Well,
call the
here's
violence,
ANC, in May of this year.
It's the same thing
once
the
my
Democrats
laptop
do
come
too.
back, no pun intended.
Especially when they try and
Here they are
dehumanize
talking
Trump.
about wanting him back in the party. After all of that,
And then try and dehumanize and criminalize officers. And then defund officers.
will be better off with him inside the fold.
We would love to have Julius Malema back in the ANC. That's not, he is still ANC, down deep in his heart. So we would like to have those who are in the EFF back in the ANC, because the ANC is their home.
One day, I will bring
no one
back
listened to
my
Winnie
boy.
Mandela. Horrible woman.
This is your kind of equivalent to like, should Diane Abbott still be in Labour type of thing, but it should Malema be in the aim. I just found it amazing. They're all debating. Yeah, this is his real home. The killing white people guy.
Mm-hmm. And of course,
It's their real home.
The ANC have been in government since the end of apartheid, since 1994. And although for the first time they've got less than a majority, they are still the government. And I think there is some degree of self-interest there, because if they get those EFF voters back, then they'll be back to a majority again and they lose some competition. But I do think that they're being genuine when they're saying that he belongs there. And so what you can sort of suggest is that although the ANC are a bit more careful because they've been the government for a very long time, they don't really see any problem with what Malema is saying.
Mhm.
And so I think that they're just as culpable. And so let's
Well,
go
I
back
mean,
in time a little
like
bit
I
to
said,
July of 2018.
that's why
It was the
Africa has
EFF,
to figure out their own
Malema's
shit
party,
and
their
stop
fifth
trying
birthday
to
celebration in
push
East London, not the East
and
London
stop trying to
that we
push
know.
their
It wasn't in
their
Stratford.
fucked up
Yeah.
citizens
They're not
into our
hipsters,
country.
no.
Not eating
This was
cereal with a weird long beard and a
flashing barking.
Yeah.
This was the one in South Africa.
Got it.
And this is a video that has caused a very big political incident.
Oh shit!
That's
Oh.
it. That's all you need to see.
Yeah, okay, message
Oh, he's
received.
actually has a
Mhm.
firearm shooting.
So, I think that sounds like a real gun, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
that
that's
sounds
pretty
like it.
safe to say. And of course, we know that there are firearms in South Africa. They're not that hard to come by, and so it's not inconceivable. And this became a big scandal in the news. I found a news story.
Oh, so
at
he.
the
Oh,
time,
yeah. So
and
at an event, he
obviously
shoots a rifle. Yeah.
shooting in a crowded stadium in public with a firearm. which
Yeah,
is
it's like, I don't
reportedly
even-
not his, because there was a raid on his bodyguards, and I'm going to read some of the details here. So it's just this at the top here. Police raided the bluff property of Adrian Sinman, I think, EFF leader Julius Malema's bodyguard last week. The raid came after Sinman was caught on camera.
I mean, as
handing over
long
what
as
was
he's not
believed to be a
firing
rifle to
real
Malema
bullets into the
at
fucking
EFF's
air,
fifth
right? It
birthday
should be fine.
celebration in East London last month. Malema allegedly fired shots into the air with the rifle and later played down the incident when he said it was a toy gun. Pretty good toy gun. It sounds pretty real to me. And I think he fired 14 to 15 shots, according to the court case that comes after. Malema and his henchmen, which I find a funny turn of phrase.
Yeah, that's
it for a news article.
It works.
Now face arrest if police investigations confirm that firebrand political leader had fired the gun. And now comes to AfriForum. So AfriForum represents the Afrikaans minority in South Africa, and I think they also might represent areas of Rhodesia or Zimbabwe, whatever you want to call it, as well. I can't quite remember. But they brought the case against him because, of course, being an Afrikaner minority, I think you've got a pretty strong incentive to get this guy behind bars because he's saying he wants to kill you.
Chanting kill whites and firing guns.
Yeah.
I think, also, he has clearly done something here on camera that appears to have broken the law, right? And I would like to point out that I have spoke to the head of public relations in an interview, both on our website and on YouTube, if you want to have a look. Ernst van Zyl, he's very good, actually very inspirational as well.
Oh,
he's telling
okay.
us not to lose hope in the West and how, even though things are further gone in South Africa, you know, that they're still keeping on living a normal life. And it's a great interview.
Very heroic. Yeah.
So, finally, after 7 years, the court was finally willing to deliver a judgment on his firearms case. There he is, looking very sweaty and concerned. Blimey, that's an unflattering picture.
So am I understanding right that what he's in court for is not the countless calls for murder and slaughter, but for like a technical legal loophole to do with firing a gun on stage?
Yes. Although there has been some other stuff as well,
right,
which we'll get onto later. So while he was in the court,
I know, right?
I would like to draw out
this is wild.
how he was not taking it very seriously, and he was arrogant and annoying. And you know, pride cometh before the fall. And
well, this is court in Africa, right?
Oh, cheers, Samson.
I don't
leave it to you.
Yeah,
now. You're the wizard.
Why don't you just fire towards their direction if they are standing there?
It's none of your business. It's my business where I fire from. It's my event. I can even fire under the stage if you so wish. I decide how I'm going to perform it. It's none of your business. You have no business with how EFF conducts its business. As long as it's lawful and it doesn't violate any law, where do you come in?
Well, I mean, it just seemed like you might have shot someone. That's all. You know. Well, I mean, I'm not from this country, so I don't know.
An incompetent, incoherent, inferior prosecution is what you are trying to prove here. An abuse of.
Gotta respect the Trump, like, just owning it. Like, yeah, I can shoot a gun at my event. It's my event.
Don't respect him for it.
That's the first moment I respect. Didn't like the killing.
Yeah, I mean, he said straight up what he did, right? He said it was my event.
But obviously, he's in court for this, and it's like,
right.
He's acting as if like, why are you judging me? When it's a court, that's what they do. That's how it works. It's like a lack of comprehension.
Almost like he feels above the law because he's been threatening to kill people for years and getting away with it.
That's almost the case, yeah, one could say. And if I could, okay, lovely, it's already right in the right place. Samson, do your magic.
Malema had evaded many questions that had warranted a reply. It became evident that the replies were entertaining, but however, the pertinent questions asked remained unanswered. He further relied on clip 3, and he had then counted 15 shots fired, and thereafter stated he cannot count, he had graduated in woodwork. Further, as to how the court...
Imagine saying that as the leader of a political party, that he can't count to 15 because he graduated in woodwork.
It's extraordinary. I thought it was bad that Starmer, I found out, got BBC in his A-levels from a good school as well.
In A-level.
And Shabana Mahmood in A-levels.
Hey, I mean, hey, look, you make that statement in court, they're gonna fucking throw the book at you with it. I'm not even in. I don't even know what they do in African court, but it sounds like they.
Imagine.
It sounds like they have like a
I haven't.
Parliament,
I was doing an
or
advert
well,
there of all
I
things.
shouldn't say.
I was in an advert. Anyway, just remember
they
level
do
of,
like a judge
bureaucracy,
ruling, so it's
the
like
crapness. You know how like our countries now are so crap.
kind of
you can't
like
get a train to
British
work, etc.
British
But
court system,
You haven't
I
seen anything until
guess.
you've been to South Africa. You'll ask something, and there's a girl on the desk, and I just realized she wasn't doing anything. Like, you know, you need help. You're at a hotel. Can you blah blah? You're trying to check out. After a while, I was like, no, like she's not doing. So just watching this, I had a terrible flashback. Imagine the bureaucracy of the court system in South Africa. Like, imagine how bad it must be. Just the incompetence level. Our court system is bad enough. Sorry, that's a separate point, probably.
It's fair enough. I mean, this lady seemed to be pretty good, though. Although there were moments where she was just like freezing and not saying anything, and there were people saying that Malema had bewitched her.
No, it's just South Africa. It's just how they work. That's the pace that they move.
Yeah, the pace.
Having been there once.
Slower pace of life sounds good to me, to be honest.
Yeah, they're super. Yeah, they kind of have a slow dialect.
This is based on one experience.
Yeah,
sweeping judgments from one experience.
Defining life experience.
They kind of have like a laid-back, slow dialogue.
Was
people, and then when they want to mouth off, they mouth off.
Alcohol in the court, which is not good. That looks like a water bottle to me, and that's some sort of brown liquid there.
Like orange to me.
It's been a point of much speculation.
Right.
Was he drunk?
And people were saying maybe it was vodka that he was drinking, although obviously vodka is not that colour. Maybe it had a mixer in. But there's been much speculation. I've seen people suggesting it was Mavusa Nkutsi. I don't know how to pronounce that.
But well done.
You haven't been like me.
I mean, I can decipher Afrikaans a little bit because I speak a bit of Dutch, so I can do that side of things. It's any African language, I'm lost.
You know what, I'm coming around to this guy. He's living his best life, drinking vodka, firing off guns, doesn't care what the law says, won't be talked down to by judges. He's kind of, you know, I'm coming around to him.
So
love the killing white people thing, as I've said. But.
So this thing is a herbal tonic to reduce impotence. They were suggesting.
Oh, it's an herbal tonic.
People were also suggesting it was urine or petrol or kombucha.
Kombucha.
Just throwing any old guesses out.
Everything.
There are also people suggesting, I think as a joke, that he was drinking some sort of potion given to him by a Nigerian shaman.
Much more plausible.
Yeah, I immediately believe that.
Much more plausible. Now we're getting to the root of it.
It wouldn't be African politics without a bit of witchcraft involved. It always comes in somehow. I don't know how, but it always does. But anyway, here is the final verdict.
You may stand up, accused 1 and 2. Accused 1, in respect of counts 1,
Second guy's the bodyguard.
3, 4, and 5, you are found guilty as charged. Accused 2, Mr. Snyman, in respect of counts 4 and 6, you are found not guilty and discharged.
Okay, so
guilty on some counts and guilty on.
I'm trying to just like figure out.
Not guilty on
better
others.
or worse. Is that like?
Those got
in case people don't like the killing white people thing, then there's revenge against that. But he's got a white guy stood in the way. Is that
Some of my best bodyguards are white people.
Yeah. So he stands in the way. They're like, we don't want to shoot the white guy. Is that the logic?
I don't know.
No. It's very sinister.
I suppose
wonder
if you
about
want...
why that guy wants to work with him. The guy that wants his
did
whole
think
people
that, yeah.
killed.
I suppose, you know, you want the best bodyguards, and, you know, a Western one might be better. I don't know. But so he was found guilty of unlawful possession of a firearm and ammo, discharging a firearm in a public place, which alone carries a minimum sentence of 15 years in prison, and reckless endangerment of people or property. So it seems like he's going away for a long time. And it's also worth mentioning as well. Oh, actually, I got a little picture of him looking very sad afterwards.
That is a good picture.
That is a picture of someone's TV, but it's all I could find.
That's when the potion kicks in. And you're like, oh,
it's
I've
hit,
drank
yeah.
too much. Voodoo potion.
So one thing that's worth mentioning is because he was found guilty and his bodyguard wasn't, it might further radicalise his followers. You know, there was a white judge and his white bodyguard was basically got off scot-free, whereas he didn't, and he's going to have a heavy prison sentence.
How much further radicalised they can be, don't you? When you want to sort of kill everyone, I always feel like that's the outer limit.
Mm-hmm.
When you're turning up to rallies expressly to just cheer for death.
Yeah, while shooting off guns, like, what's the next part?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
They want death, but at a more accelerated rate.
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
Well, as you alluded to in
Yeah, I mean, right? They do
links,
their
you know,
dog
he was just
whistling,
talking about,
but they.
oh well, it might not happen, might not be
What-
me
what-
personally, but you can see the intent there.
I mean,
that
are
is
they
what they're
going
working
to
towards.
enact it
Absolutely.
finally?
And
I
it's
mean,
also
they
worth
keep
mentioning
dog
this comes
whistling.
only
Are they going to finally
a
do
couple
it?
of months
Like,
after this, where he was found guilty of hate speech, and this was again some great work from AfriForum, I think. And if I scroll down a little bit, it says, after an incident where a white man allegedly assaulted an EFF member, Malema said, "No white man is going to beat me up. You must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing." Of course, he's like a revolutionary communist.
What is up with this guy in revolution and
I
killing?
mean, hate speech. Everything he says is hate speech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Entire platform is hate speech. It's I'm going to kill.
Yeah,
other
well, I
people
mean, it's a cult
for their
of, right?
reasonable
All of it's
characteristics.
cult
Seems like
of
a man with a
violence.
lot of hate in his heart.
Yes, I think that's fair to say. But the court said that these remarks demonstrated an intent to incite harm. I mean,
yes, it is.
Have
It's
you
to
noticed
incite
part of
harm,
it?
violence.
Any of his videos.
It's
I know.
literally saying, "Hey,
And,
we should go
after the
kill
court
these
judgment,
groups of people."
He seemingly learnt nothing from any of this because
Basically, he
was
wants to
up
commit
his
an
usual
ethnic
tricks
cleansing.
outside of the court.
Shoot to kill. Yamaza. Shoot to kill.
I think people would be bored of this gimmick by now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Josh, they didn't condemn him for this.
Yeah,
That is true,
that's true.
but they should be.
Well, they should.
They should
But
because it
it's
is a cult of
wild
violence.
to have him taken down for that.
Right, it's
when
an
this is
incitement to
really
violence.
crime.
It's an
Exactly.
incitement to
And he
cause
has,
harm. Right, trying to
appealed the guilty ruling,
right to cause
and is
harm.
going
Literally.
to try and pursue this in court, but I'd be surprised because it's pretty cut and dry, isn't it? And
It's almost
I
like
found
a
this
threat.
funny as well. There's a guy here talking about it.
Well, you
and
could
let's
say
see
it
what he
is a
has to
threat.
say.
South Africans and the whole international Julius Malema have been found
I like
guilty.
the little tub of Vaseline with the picture there.
We, as the millions of South Africans, we are glad. Also, viably, retabile, sivuyile. That this little cockroach Julius Malema, he thinks that he's above the law. No. No.
He thinks he's above
He
the
said
law.
Simple as.
some of it was difficult to understand, but he
Correct.
basically said millions of South Africans agree that he should be in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Well,
not.
you hope so, wouldn't you?
Mhm.
Well,
it does
yeah,
seem
I would
that,
hope so.
the
Because
black
you
majority,
can't.
there are at least
look,
some people that
you
are.
can't have someone in your country
agreeing with
who's
his
obviously
imprisonment,
one
which
of
is
your
nice to
own
see.
to be calling
I
for
found-
Blokes,
violence
like the
like
normal,
that.
ordinary
Fucking
blokes, like
wild.
here, they don't agree with that stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Good to see.
expect them to agree with
So
that stuff.
AfriForum released a,
Especially when
a
you're trying to
meme,
live like
and obviously
civilized
it's
people and
Afrikaans,
right,
but,
trying
I
to
was able to
right,
decipher
help each
the
other out
caption,
and shit.
and it is.
Right,
good
I would
news,
assume
AfriForum
some of
said
these
they'd
guys
be
are
glad to
super
sponsor your
religious
new
too,
orange
so to
suit.
be
Of
like
course, there's
advocating
an
for all
additional
that
layer
shit
to this,
is
of
like
course,
Jesus
because, of course,
Christ, man, what is your
Afrikaners,
problem?
originally Dutch settlers, orange.
Mm.
So it's like an additional layer of humiliation, or at least
Good
that's
one.
how I interpreted it as. But they were, of course, the ones that brought this, and it's a great victory for them. And so,
Yeah.
well
Well
done.
done.
And I very much encourage people to support them. They're doing some really great work. And it's also worth mentioning that there are important implications as well, because, of course, the United States is looking to put sanctions on South Africa for particularly the land expropriation bill, which allows the government to take land from largely Afrikaners, who are the majority landowners, and just give it to black Africans with no compensation for the original landowner. So it could destroy a farm and a holding that has been in multiple generations, that has required a massive amount of labour to make fruitful, obviously disrupting their own food supply in the process, to just satisfy envy, really.
Right.
That
A
they're the
racial
ones
grievance.
exactly. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to lobby the US to put sanctions specifically on the members of the ANC rather than South Africa more generally, because, of course, if they put it on South Africa more generally,
It's gonna hurt
then,
the economy.
The Afrikaners will suffer those sanctions
Correct.
as well.
Yeah, it's
And of
gonna hurt
course,
them. Yeah.
with the Afrikaners,
So
actually
yeah,
having
if you
more
put it on
infrastructure than
the
rest of South
right, the
Africa, because a
government,
lot of them
right, the
live in
government
sort of
opposite,
parallel
right, the
societies
government
now,
anti-extremist group.
with their own Western equivalent societies.
Correct,
Like
yeah.
parts of the Western Cape look absolutely gorgeous, and I've seen even places in the middle of the bush. They're like little oases of civilization, and so obviously they need goods from
right.
the outside,
Unfortunate,
and
right?
importing these sorts of
Trump
things,
should have did
because,
that the same way
a
with
lot of the
Russia,
areas
right?
aren't exactly the most industrious.
No.
I mean, they
And,
probably
yeah,
do
my
that, right?
parting message
Because
is
they
this,
do
that if
allow
you're in
some
South
Russian
Africa,
people to come to,
best
right,
of luck to
to the
you,
United
and
States.
it's great to see
in a sense.
Something that's actually good news from your part of the world, and stay safe. If you would like to watch
Alright,
the
there you
full
go.
uncut version that is also uncensored, head on over to lotuseaters.com to find out more.
There you have it. That was the Lotus Eaters podcast. Look at Sad Boy. All of his homies in the back are just like, what the fuck?